Hi guys, James Wilson Taylor here for Rock Sound. Now, every single month inside our magazine, we let you know about some of the most exciting new artists in the world in a section we call Breakout. And this month is no exception. Make sure you pick up the latest issue, featuring architects on the cover, to hear all about some exciting new bands, including London-based newcomers Baby Teeth, former Lonely the Brave frontman Dave Jakes, melodic punk band Drones, Slam Dunk Records' latest signing for You the Moon, Scottish Woes offshoot Happydaze, new Australian act Nautical Mile, Danish 5-piece Siamese, and pop-punk Aussie 4-piece Stuck Out. We've got previews on all their new music inside the latest issue, plus you can check out tracks from all of them on our Breakout Spotify playlist. Just search for Rock Sound over on Spotify now. But our lead Breakout artist for this month is Skywalker. These guys are a post-hardcore outfit based in Prague in the Czech Republic, and their new album Late Eternity is due for release on February 19th. So to find out a little bit more about this new artist, we chatted with frontman Jay via Zoom recently to get a little more info on the album and their plans for 2021.
The album is Late Eternity. Tell me about when this was kind of worked on, because as we're saying, this is a strange time, everyone's at home. Did you have much of it prepared before you had to be separated?
I would say about maybe 65 to 70% of the record had been recorded before the lockdowns and everything. Like the original idea of the record was, I think, different, maybe a bit shorter as well. And we were going to go on tour and we were going to release it maybe like spring last year, early summer, something like that. And then everything changed, obviously, and the plans just didn't make any sense anymore. And we thought, hey, if we're not going to do a whole lot of touring, why don't we just go back to the record? Because this is like one of the positive sides of the lockdowns is that you literally have nothing to lose, unless you're wasting time. And we were like, we're not going to waste time here. So after the initial period of maybe the first 3 weeks to a month where we were just so confused and frustrated that literally just having any sort of motivation to continue the creative process was basically impossible, we got back to it and we wrote new songs. We added a bunch of songs to the record, which are probably my favorites right now. So I was quite happy about the opportunities to focus more on the creative process, which I normally don't really stress too much. But yeah, then we had to stay separated for about 2 months. Well, I don't know, about 2 months, like completely. And then we slowly got back to it, like recording, but it would be just a very small group of people getting together, basically just our band and doing everything in-house. So we actually worked a lot on the record throughout 2020, even though that there had been, just at least another year of work on the record even before that. So it's been a lengthy process.
No, it's great to see it kind of come to fruition now. And I remember you said in the magazine, in the interview that's in there, which people should go and check out, that the quote is roughly that you found yourselves on the album. You really felt like this is you guys discovering what you wanted to be as a band and where you wanted to take it. Just if you could talk a little bit more about that. What was it in particular? Were there any particular moments or particular tracks that really made you guys realize that, yeah, this is the direction we want to push things in?
Well, the first single, which ended up like 2 years later on the record, is called Ignis. And when we released that, like the feeling that we had when we even like recorded the demo of the song and first like listened back to it, we were like, wow, this is like, we never sounded like this before, but it sounds so much more like us, like, the way we feel and just what we want to express, both sonically and lyrically. It's just, the pieces all fell into one place and it just felt right. And from there on, I think we basically felt like we were going in the right direction. Then maybe there's another track on the record called, which one is that? Evergrief is definitely one of them. A bunch of records where I as we were kind of writing the songs and then writing the lyrics, I was feeling like I felt freer than ever before. And I didn't really plan out what I was going to say or whatever. I just let it kind of flow. And everything seems to fall into place just perfectly. So, yeah, I think throughout the whole process, we were kind of like, this just feels so much more like us. So it was pleasant for the most part.
That's good. That's good to hear, man. Basically, just one more kind of quick question, really, for you. What are the aims? I guess I want to say what are the aims for 2021, but I guess what I really mean is what are the aims moving forward when touring returns, I take it you guys obviously want to get out there and play these songs on the road. Have you got any more new music you've been working on with this downtime as well? Like how's the future looking for you guys as a band?
Hey, we're just using the time when we're not on tour to write more music. So like as often as we can. It's not so easy, obviously, but when we can kind of get together, at least a few of us, to do some writing together, we do that every chance we get. And in the meantime, we all write on our own as well. So right now, I think we've got about 5, maybe 6 new songs that we're working on for like the follow-up release. And we thought, if we're not gonna do much touring in 21 for like the first, half of the year, definitely it's not gonna be, there are not gonna be any shows probably. So let's be productive, because that's also what keeps us sane. I think if we just kind of sat back and didn't do anything, I think we'd just be so frustrated, so depressed, just like feeling under the weather constantly. So I feel like we're going to do more of that. We kind of joked about it before. We said, before we actually, or by the time we release this record, we're probably going to have a substantial part of the following record already written. And like, I'm a fan of that idea. So I think by the time we get back on tour, there's going to be another record, but we're going to save it and we're going to keep on perfecting it. That's the plan. And then, once we get back on stage, we're just going to go wild. Like, things are going to explode. In my mind, I keep picturing this moment, and it's going to be perfect. If 2 people come, I don't care. It's going to be wild.
It's going to be a hell of a show for those 2 people. That's all that matters. Keeping those crowds happy, man. Keep those crowds happy.
You can read a full new interview with Jay and get all that info on those new artists right now in the latest issue of Rock Sound, available at shop.rocksound.tv. In the meanwhile, I've been James Wilson Taylor, and this has been a Rock Sound News Update.